Hello, I'm Shelly. I'm the marketing manager for Enact Systems. Enact is a unique two-sided platform for solar installers and homeowners that helps build and manage solar projects and monitor outcomes of solar and storage systems. I'm here with Enact co-founder Manasij and our vice president of international sales, Sanjay Dabur. Today, we'll be talking about our software that's geared for installers, and what we will be diving into is how these features of our platform help grow solar and storage businesses. Our platform does this by speeding up sales, creating accurate proposals, and being able to manage projects easily and efficiently. So let's jump in. Let's talk about speed to market. Many sales teams have issues with creating fast sales proposals due to working with multiple software and imaging products, ultimately slowing down the sales process. How does Enact help with this?
Typically, solar businesses have siloed capabilities. There are design teams designing the solar assets, and the commercial teams then follow up with a proposal for client based on the cost structure of the business. Typically, this requires design engineering skills and financial analysis skills. This slows down the proposal generation process as inputs are generally linearly aligned. Now, on the other hand, when you use Enact to design a solar system, first of all, you don't need any design engineering or financial skills. Most non-technical salesmen can create a design which is very accurate in just under 5 minutes. This automatically generates a comprehensive solar proposal, which carries system pricing, generation estimates for the next 25 years, incentives and rebates, cash flow details, utility costs avoided, payback, ROI, and some other matrices. The proposal shows graphs and charts for power generation together with investment cash flow, payback, and IRR. The proposal also carries sustainability metrics like carbon dioxide offset, trees saved, vehicular pollution avoided, and of course, the electricity bills saved. All visual layouts, forecasted generation, and corresponding commercial details can be modified together with the client over live sessions. The system is fast, flexible, accurate, resulting in a 10x speed to market, cutting sales cycle costs by almost 50%. As you quickly evaluate your potential customers, and then you can narrow down your focus on those that have better value and therefore better chance of going solar. This can drop cost of customer acquisition by as much as 50% for many businesses.
So many sales teams have to choose either between accuracy or delivering fast proposals. We see that a lot with small and medium-sized business solar installers. Can you explain further how Enact solves that problem for these sales teams? Manasij, why don't we go over to you?
Sounds good, Shelly, and thanks so much. I believe that the speed is, of course, the most important parameter that Sanjay was discussing. And speed is, of course, needed. I think accuracy is also quite the need of the hour because you should not be inaccurate in your designs. And typically in solar designs, there are two main problems that creeps up, and then it becomes a challenge to design at speed and at accuracy. So let's discuss how Enact solves those problems. The first thing is getting your energy model going quite correctly. And that we excel at Enact installer app. First, let's start with the complex utility rates. Here, across international markets, we find a plethora of different international rates. Some of them are tiered. Some of them could be flat and simple, but most of them that we have been seeing are times of use, which are complex to model. Then there are different differential rates for grid imports and grid exports. All of this, actually, we get it done in just a few clicks in the installer app. So it's speed, but also accurate. Second, let's talk about our ability to add granular consumption of consumption data for buildings. Now, this is quite critical, and we offered a capability to ingest 8760 data points for building across the year, all our data, and we offer multiple load profiles. Now, that's very impressive and also very important when we get into the NEM 3-stage kind of complexities that we have seen in California, but also in international markets with export tariffs in the UK, buyback tariffs. So all of these require very complex modeling on consumption data of the buildings. So we offered that quite. It's just a few clicks that they can get sorted out, and all calculations in the Enact platform are done hourly, so that we are always accurate, right? Now, I think the third thing that brings in complexity with energy modeling is the fact that you can do a 3D model or a 2D model for panel layouts. Now, we offer both. Your choice, as the user's choice, really to figure out which one they wanted. And with just a few hours of training, you can get started with a very complex roof in the international markets with a 2D design or a 3D design. You are sorted in figuring out what the setbacks, keep outs, whatever those could be. Finally, with the energy modeling, the complexity that we see in the international markets are on storage, increasing popularity in storage. Here, again, the strategies on storage could be self-consumption, could be max savings. The installer app all offers just with a few, clicks, it'll offer the right designs rapidly. So yes, speed, but also accurate, and also multiple functionalities at play here. I think I was just covering the first part, which is modeling energy, different ways to model energy in the installer app, which addresses the accuracy part. The second point I would bring up is the way that your commercial, financing or pricing models are brought up in this industry. I think Sanjay was alluding that this typically is handled in silos, but the way the commercial models is built up in the Enact installer app is just an inflow from your design. It's just the same design really that flows into your commercial model. So it's no longer siloed up. And here we offer a really powerful admin controlled bill of materials configurator, which then lets you, the organization, auto calculate pricing whenever a design is being finalized. So change the design, prices update. A new user comes in who doesn't know the pricing, it updates for him or her as well, right? So it's a powerful bills of material configurator that helps you calculate these prices. Second part in commercial models also is the topic of financing options. Now, our platform, the installer app platform, offers PPAs, loans. All of them are customizable to the enterprise's need in various markets that we serve. And it helps our customers then not only to be customized, but also helps their customers take informed choices when they're able to compare one against the other. Finally, I think in terms of commercial models, we offer several models of incentives that we see in the international markets, and our fantastic customer success teams helps the customer get started very quickly. So all in all, I think in the hands of a trained Enact user, our platform has proven to be highly accurate in the field. So it's accurate. Our users have completed tens of thousands of proposals in over 25 different countries across 5 years. So I would say yes to accuracy as well, with the speed that our users are striving for and that Sanjay was alluding to earlier. Back to you, Shelly.
Great. Thank you so much, Manasij, for your input there. So also, installers and sales teams have multiple projects happening at once, which makes creating custom proposals and contracts more difficult. How does Enact, besides the speed and accuracy of creating these proposals, create easy e-signing projects, and in addition, execution of closing deals and signing projects more efficiently?
That's a great question. I think the key part is that the installer app offers multiple design options against each lead, which I think is not so common in this industry from a software perspective. Now, what happens in a typical sales cycle is that sales designs gets rapidly or refined as time progresses, as the customer commitments becomes more apparent, designs are refined. So the ability of the installer app to offer multiple, not just an option to refine progressively, but also to offer multiple design variants to a particular customer makes it quite powerful, in my opinion. Then also you can take design notes to reflect what design assumptions went behind the scenes when a particular design choice was made by a designer, so that the sales guy can articulate that in front of his customer. In addition, you can take notes against the lead. When the sales guy is talking to the customer, you can take notes against those leads, so that the critical information pertaining to the sales motion doesn't go missing when different team members are working on the project. at different points in time. So I think that's the key part, is that this information is always available in our CRM outside of the design part of it, and part of the design as well. The other part is the proposal generation. Look, I think the installer app, of course, is a sales tool, a sales automation tool for sales and design folks in the solar and storage industry. And we have got powerful functionalities that makes it super easy to create custom proposals. You can choose what suits your company's philosophy from a library of thousands of design elements that the installer app offers, which then can be incorporated into your proposals. Some of those design elements could be different visualizations of cash flows, different kinds of layout images, 3D images, different graphs and charts, different fonts and colors to a proposal to make it completely different from the next proposal or the next your competitors who are maybe using standard Excels and stuff. So things are very vibrant, these proposals, very customizable, and they all link back to your social media content, whatnot. So make it very powerful, in my opinion, for sales closing discussions. Now, of course, we makes it super easy that not just design, but should the discussions move towards a contract, all these design elements that you have with, how many panels, how many batteries, which make, what price, etc., all of them can be pushed at a single finger click or a click of a button to a contract, and which you can have a contract template which can be docu-signed. So, I think there are enough features to say that it goes with the simple ease of clicking. It's super easy, and it's not just design, it's everything that surrounds design that we offer. So it makes the closing of deals and signing of projects real simple and fast.
Okay, great. Thank you for that, Manasij. Enact specializes in an end-to-end platform that can manage all phases of a project. You could call it a CRM for solar. Can you explain more about how our workflow tool helps the sales process? Sanjay, over to you.
Enact is quite different from your typical design software. It's not just a solar design software, but a solar business software. Installers can run their entire business on Enact workflow. Larger developers can integrate it with their legacy ERP or CRM software to run solar interface for their businesses. Actually, Enact helps drive the entire solar business value chain. To begin with, as a first step, it is a prospect origination or a lead qualification tool, which feeds the top end of your funnel with quality leads. It also helps you can manage all your client interactions, your designs, your photos, your contracts are automatically assigned, helping your sales team to manage complete sales cycle. Enact generates a bill of material for all your proposals automatically, and that significantly improves your procurement process. Permitting process is again seamlessly handled with Enact. Subsequently, Enact helps you in your project management. Its Fleet View allows you to track progress across scores of projects, significant improvement in resource management. And most importantly, you have a set of triggers and escalations and notifications that take execution to the next level. And once the project is commissioned, Enact is a great monitoring tool that not only actually shows the generation versus the planned generation, like many other tools do out there, but probably the only software of its kind in the world that shows you the dollar value of energy generated and the ROIs achieved. So yes, Enact is a very powerful software to take your solar business to a completely different level, increased speed, cutting costs, and placing you way ahead of the competition. Thank you. Speed, cutting costs, and placing you way ahead of the competition. Thank you. Speed, cutting.
Lastly, I wanted to mention about a new service that takes the effort of creating proposals off your hands. It's called Design as a Service. It's a new service that we offer that gives complete residential and commercial proposal designs and unlimited edits by our in-house solar design experts at a very low cost. So if you want to know more about this service and our platform, you can visit www.enact-systems.com and you can get started on a free trial today. Thank you both for joining, and we look forward to keeping in touch.